That one.
It is officially draft season, baby. Time for the New York Jets to see who they will select in this season's draft, whether that be Tyler Warren, Ted McMillan, Armand Membu, or Mason Graham. Let's get the show started here. I've got a pinned poll right here in the chat for you guys to vote in for whether you think the Jets should draft either Tyler Warren or Armand Membu, Ted McMillan, or Mason Graham right now in the NFL draft. Let's go live on Instagram real quick so we can get more people tuning into the show. Make sure to call into the show, pin comment at the top of your chat screen. We're going to take calls in a little while. And make sure to chat in the live chat so we can engage, keep the stream going. So let's go live right now. Before we get into today's topic on Instagram. Alright, we're going to be going live shortly here on Instagram as well, so more people can join. Make sure to type in the chat if you want to contribute to the show. Again, become a top caller here by being the most to participate in the streams, whether that be by chatting in the chat box or calling into the show with the pinned comment at the top of your chat screen. That's how you contribute to the show and become a top caller. Like we said, we should be able to hopefully do a raffle within the next coming weeks, maybe about in a month or so. Maybe we'll do a monthly raffle or something like that. I'd really like that to start that up. And then if that takes off, then we'll do that probably every month. Again, make sure to vote in the polls. Again, we're almost even. We're actually even right now between Tyler Warren, Ted McMillan, and Armand Membu in the polls right now. Again, call into the show. Link is at the top of your chat screen. We're gonna accept calls in a few minutes here. After we get going here for today's topics, as you can read in the title, it is mainly about the draft. Looking at our latest mock drafts right now. As you can see, In the text below, the scrolling text below, you guys can see the top callers that contribute to this show. Rise to the top of the list, you win the raffle. And I will announce prizes hopefully in the next coming weeks to see if we can do a raffle. Hopefully we can. If we can, then yeah, I'm totally down to do a raffle. Again, make sure to chat in the live chat. Make sure to call into the show. Make sure to vote in the poll, most importantly, to see who you think the New York Jets should prioritize in this season's first round at pick number 7. A lot of people saying Armand Membu right now. So let's take a look at Daniel Jeremiah's latest mock draft. He has the Jets picking offensive tackle Armand Membu right now at pick number 7. He's, offensive lineman out of Missouri, 6'3", 324 pounds. That's a good size for an overall offensive lineman, right? You really need to prioritize that when you're looking for a good offensive lineman, especially in a guy like Armand Membu, right? And a lot of people are saying, he didn't really do much during the season. Oh yes, he did. Oh yes, he did. Go watch his tape. I was just watching a lot of his tape today, actually, while I was making my notes during my free period in school, actually. And he's good. He has great blocking techniques, whether that be run blocking or pass blocking, right? He had a tackle best of a 4.91 40-yard dash and a 34-inch vertical leap. Like, that's amazing to me. Really, like, that's amazing to me when you're either, especially as an offensive lineman, a 4.91, that's great. That was an offensive lineman best too in this entire NFL combine, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I have in my notes. That he had the most or the fastest 40-yard dash time for any offensive lineman in this draft class, at least. He's special, right? He has great feet mobility as well. He never stops chopping his feet, which is really nice. Because when you're looking for a good offensive lineman, that's what you really need, right? You cannot have them to stop moving, especially moving their feet. You got to have good footwork if you want to be a good offensive lineman and head into this draft, right? You really have to have good mobility, and you have to be you got to be good. Basically, that's what I'm saying. You got to be good in order to make it into this league, and I think Armand Membu is. Especially because he has like a lot of talent around him, especially coming from a good school like Missouri, with competitive coaching, competitive playing, competitive teammates. To be able to start there, that's amazing. To be able to start any any D1 college football school is amazing, right? Again, for those of you on the Instagram right now, we are currently live on YouTube. The link is in the bio, the Instagram bio right now. And for those of you watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel, and subscribe. Subscribe to the main channel as well. We are on the road to 300 subscribers over on the main channel. And again, make sure to vote in the poll so we can see your opinion. And again, make sure to call into the show by clicking the top link. We're going to get into callers pretty shortly here. Make sure to call into the show with the pinned comment at the top of your screen here. It's going to be a fun stream today. I've really had fun last stream, right? I think you guys saw, if you guys saw my Instagram schedule, I should be hopefully running streams from Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hold on. I forgot to turn on my ring light real quick. I got to turn on my ring light. Alright. That's better now. You guys can see me better. Hopefully, at least. My audio sound good? Hold on. That's a little quiet. Let me see, actually. Because, it's in the green section, which means it's not really that loud. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Alright, yeah. We should be fine. Again, make sure to vote in the poll if you are currently tuning in right now to the live show, call in at the top of the link, and you gotta make sure to have something to talk about when you call in, because that's always important. And again, you automatically make the top callers list. If you call in once, you will automatically make it into the top callers list. And if you just want to chat, you have to chat a total of 10 times over the course of 2 shows if you want to be eligible to make it as a top caller or a top listen or a top viewer. Again, I'll play the graphic again. Oops. There we go. Become a top caller or viewer by being the most to participate in the streams, whether that be by chatting, whether that be by calling, you name it. Just participate in any of the streams. Again, make sure to vote inside the poll. For those of you watching right now, if you have not voted inside the poll yet, make sure to vote in the poll. We currently have 3 votes right now as we speak. Tyler Warren, Ted McMillan, and Armand Membu currently are all tied right now within the poll. And you also have Mason Graham, who's at 0% right now, but, you know, guarantee that'll change. A lot of people like Mason Graham, right? And I don't blame them. He's a great prospect heading into this draft. Think about Graham, right? I don't mind Graham. I like Graham, right? I like Graham a lot, right? It's just I feel like the Jets need more offensive needs right now, and I feel like you can't really skip over a guys like in this draft like Tyler Warren, who's a 3-in-1 package, or Ted McMillan, who would be a great number 2 receiver behind Garrett Wilson, right? Maybe even Armand Membu, but I'd rather prioritize and skill guys right now over someone like a lineman or a defensive lineman. That's just what I think, right? I'd rather prioritize right now in a skill position like a receiver such as Tyler Warren or Ted McMillan rather than a Armand Membu or a Mason Graham. Comments, questions, chats right now in the chat. We're going to get to the phone lines pretty shortly. Again, call-in link should be at the top of your chat. Just call in, put your name in. You know, you got to have something to talk about. Whether that be football, sports, the draft, Tyler Warren, anything really. About the Jets, anything. Again, for those of you tuning in, those new of you tuning in, make sure to vote in the poll as well. Again, get your comments, questions, chats, and again, call-in link is at the top of your screen. We're going to get to the chats very shortly here. Let's go back to, you know, the other mock drafts, right? So we looked over Daniel Jeremiah's latest mock draft for it. He had Armand Membu getting selected to the Jets. Like I said, I don't mind Armand Membu. I like him a lot. I'd rather take him over Mason Graham, honestly, as of right now, because the Jets do need to prioritize in their right tackle position, especially maybe if they want to move Membu into the interior O-lineman or into the interior O-line. Maybe even draft Will Campbell or a guy like Kelvin Banks and put him in the interior O-line. Because I feel like the Jets really need that. Left tackle, they're already solved with Olu Fashanu, right? They're already solved with that. I believe Olu is a Pro Bowler by next season. Can offensive linemen even be in the Pro Bowl anymore? I think they can, right? If defensive linemen could be in it too, I think offensive linemen could be in it. I'm not talking about the 7-on-7. I'm just talking about the regular Pro Bowl games. I want to look at another mock draft that I pulled up here. Mike Band's latest mock draft has the New York Jets trading up to the number 5 spot and selecting wide receiver / cornerback Travis Hunter out of Colorado. Now, that's something I do not see. I mean, that'd be great, right? I'm not complaining at all. If the Jets did get Hunter, I'd probably want him to be a receiver under Garrett Wilson, right? Because I feel like we already have our cornerback positions solved. I mean, if he's allowed to play both positions, then sure, have him play both. I don't really care. I'd rather have that than just one anyway, right? I don't really trust Brandon Stevens to be my CB2. No way. He may have had a decent 2023 season, but he had a pretty disappointing 2024 season. And that's someone who I don't trust as much as DJ Reed, who I feel like the Jets could have brought back. However, I feel like mutually, he didn't even want to come back either. I feel like they agreed mutually to just, let him walk. It could be the right decision for him, especially because he wants to win. And he wasn't winning with the Jets. He wasn't. And now he's on a Super Bowl contending team in the Detroit Lions. Yeah, Brandon Stevens is ass. I agree. I mean, he's not ass, right? I mean, he's decent. He gave up a lot of passes last season. That doesn't mean there's no room for redemption. I'm not counting him out one bit. I'm just saying I don't really trust him as much as I would trust a guy like Charvarius Ward or DJ Reed. That's just someone I wouldn't trust over him, right? And I get a lot of Jet fans are not happy about it. I'm not really happy about it either. I mean, we could have just signed Charvarius Ward or Carlton Davis while we were at it. But no, we go after Brandon Stevens. At least Andre Cisco helps in that. I'm interested to see what the Jets do with Cisco, right? I like Cisco. I think he can do great things with us. It's just, I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't go after a guy like Charvarius Ward or Carlton Davis to be our CB2 behind Sauce Gardner. Anyway, back to Mike Band's latest mock draft. He has us picking. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'm like Travis Hunter, right? Travis Hunter. I just blanked a little bit there for a second. So, like I said, I don't see it. I think the Patriots are gonna get him. Honestly, Patriots or Jaguars are gonna get Travis Hunter, in my opinion, at either pick 4 or pick 5. That's saying that if no one trades up to that pick to get Travis Hunter, the Patriots are going to get Hunter or the Jaguars. Again, make sure to vote in the poll. 6 of you are watching right now, only 3 votes. If you have not voted in the poll yet, make sure to vote in the poll. Call-in link is at the top of your live chats, the pinned comment. And again, comments, questions, and calls will get you to be a top caller / viewer by being the most to participate in the live streams here by either chatting or calling. Again, 1 call will automatically get you into the top callers, and 10 chats over the course of 2 shows will get you in as a top caller or viewer, depending on however you want to call it. How do you guys agree with Mike Band's mock draft? Let me know in the live chat. Type it into the chat. Do you guys agree with the Jets getting, with Mike Band saying the Jets will get Travis Hunter by trading up to the 5th? Let me know if you guys agree with that. Or Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft saying the Jets will get Armand Membu at pick number 7. Let me know in the live chat what you guys think. And again, call in to the show. That'd be greatly appreciated. Love to talk some Jets. Love to talk some NFL with you guys. And again, hopefully we can start a raffle soon even. If the top caller things becomes pretty big, hopefully we can start a raffle pretty soon. Again, make sure to vote in the poll if you have not already. We are currently tied right now between everybody. Tyler Warren, 33%. Ted McMillan, 33%. Armand Membu, 33%. Mason Graham, 0%. Currently in the poll right now in the top chat, or in the live chat. I don't blame him. Like I said, I don't really want Mason Graham anyway. I mean, Graham's not really ideal, per se, for the Jets to go after this draft season. At least I wouldn't want him at 7, right? I have him falling probably to like mid-first round, maybe early first round. That's who I really have him going with. But let me know. Again, guys, make sure to vote in the polls. We're going to move on to our next topic before we take your calls. Again, we're going to be taking your calls very shortly. So again, make sure to get into the studio. Again, Streamlabs only allows 1 person in the studio at a time. So if it kicks you out, don't worry. It doesn't mean you've been banned. It doesn't mean it's not working. It just means someone's already in there. They beat you to it. It's like a race almost. You kind of got to race to be in line to call in. Hopefully, if I get an upgrade soon, maybe it should say it would let 4 people in the studio at a time. Again, let's go to Tyler Warren here, which is a guy I really like. Right, he's a guy that I really like for the Jets to select at number 7. He a tight end from Penn State, 6'6", 260 pounds is exactly what you really want in a tight end. And he's a 3-in-1 package, right? He's a 3-in-1 package when it comes to a tight end and a draft prospect for the Jets. I'd rather take a 3-1 prospect over a one-and-done prospect like Armand Membu. If you guys get what I mean, right? Because Warren can throw, Warren can catch, and Warren can run. As much as weird that sounds for a tight end, he can do all of them. He really can. And that's what I really appreciate about Tyler Warren, too. He was one of my favorite players watching Penn State last season. He was definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite player. Actually, he was probably my favorite player by far. Him and Abdul Carter. Watching them on Penn State, absolutely electric. They were absolutely electric. You know, and he's good at blocking, too. So that's a 4-in-1 package, actually. 4-in-1 package for Tyler Warren. Speaking of Warren, make sure to vote in the poll as well, if you have not already. You know, because his physicality and strength, that plays good into the blocking. He possesses size, like I said, 6'6", 260 pounds of pure muscle for Tyler Warren. That's exactly what you want in a tight end. His willingness to block as well. He's not afraid to go up and hit somebody when he needs to. If he's assigned to go block someone, he will do it, believe me. He will do it. He's not afraid. He's not hesitant at all. He has the potential to also be an inline tight end. His strong frame and blocking ability, you know, make him a good fit to play inline at the next level. Especially if the Jets select him. I think the Jets desperately need a tight end right now. In the first place, I don't think they should have let go of Tyler Conklin in the first place. He was good. He was good. You may not want to believe it, but look at the facts. He was good. Every time you fed the ball to him, he produced something. He never did nothing when he caught the ball. He may not have been the best blocker. He still blocked decently. But he was a good tight end. He was a good tight end overall. He was. Comments, questions, chats. Call into the show with the pinned comment at the top of your screen. We're going to move on from the mock drafts right now and head into our next topic. How do the Jets fill this wide receiver 2 void that they currently have right now? Because the Jets are currently in a wide receiver 2 crisis right now. They can't find one. They had the chance to go into free agency and look for a solid wide receiver 2. Whether that be Cooper Kupp, whether that be Chris Godwin, whether that be Keenan Allen. They didn't get it. They did not get it. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little pissed at it, actually. I was actually really pissed about it that they did not get a wide receiver 2. But hey, that always opens up to the NFL draft, which means new opportunity, new chances, and new sights. Speaking of the NFL draft, like I said, Ted McMillan would probably be the number 1 guy to get as your next wide receiver 2 here. Because he has great size, which would work which would work in contrast with Garrett Wilson. Right, Garrett Wilson has, you know, he's not the biggest receiver. I think he's around 5'11", 6 foot. Very skinny, very fast. Very elusive, very athletic. And that's really exactly what you want in a good wide receiver such as Garrett Wilson. And I like how Wilson has been producing. He's proven that he's a true wide receiver 1 over his 3 seasons in New York and in the NFL. Putting up 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, that's never been done in Jets history. It's very rare to come by a rookie that does that nowadays. Everybody was saying Drake London was going to do that the year he got drafted. Look where he is. Falcons aren't using him right. Not even a top 15 receiver in the league like people would thought he would be 2 years ago. I thought he would be. When he's fed the ball and when he's used right, he produces lightning. Drake London's actually originally who I thought the Jets were going to get, actually, at pick 10 if they didn't trade for Deebo Samuel. I thought they were either going to get Garrett Wilson or Drake London. Towards draft night, I mean, about a month before draft night, I thought the Jets were going to get Garrett Wilson. And then as draft day, you know, headed towards us, I thought they were going to get Drake London if they didn't trade for Deebo Samuel or A.J. Brown or DK Metcalf. Because those were 3 guys that the Jets were expected to trade for that night. That's just who Ted McMillan reminds me of, right? McMillan reminds me a lot of. Or, excuse me, I didn't say that yet, actually. McMillan reminds me of a guy like Mike Williams or Mike Evans. Both of those guys, they're very tall, lengthy wide receivers who are still able to produce, right? Mike Evans, right? He's never not had a season without 1,000 yards. I think that's amazing. His length, his ability to catch in the contested catches. Ted McMillan has caught 19 out of 31 contested catches. That's amazing. I just think that's absolutely amazing. Again, comments, questions, chats, call into the show, pinned comment at the top of your screen. We're going to get to the phone lines pretty shortly here. Again, make sure to vote in the poll as well. Call into the show if you would like to be on air for a few minutes. Talking Jets, talking NFL. Let's get on the phone lines pretty shortly here once people start rolling in. Again, a name I was looking for this offseason was Chris Godwin. I liked him. I really did until the Bucs re-signed him. And unfortunately the Jets. I don't know if Darren Muji made an effort to go after him. The best receiver we got in free agency, and I believe the only receiver we got in free agency, or at least one of the only ones, was Tyler Johnson. And I don't even believe he's past a wide receiver 3 at best, maybe even wide receiver 4. He's good. He has upside. It's just we haven't seen out of anything. We haven't seen anything out of him yet. We haven't. I'm just a little disappointed in Muji that, again, he didn't go after a true wide receiver 2 this free agency. That's why I hope they get like Ted McMillan in the draft. Although Godwin has been pretty injury prone lately, he's still put up good numbers season by season. I thought he was great for it, Last season, let me pull this up right here. Last season, Chris Godwin had 50 receptions, 576 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 11.5-yard average. I'll take it. Right? Especially because he's proved that he could be a valuable wide receiver too. With the Bucs, right? I was really looking at him. What's up, Connor? How you doing? I'll be watching your show tonight at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock tonight, right? Let me check real quick before I get back to the show. Let's see. What time is your show tonight? I believe it's 8 o'clock, right? You said you were going back to 8. I think it's at 8 o'clock, right? 8:30. All right. 8:30. I'll be watching it. Maybe I'll call in. Again, guys, comments, questions, chats, call into the show with the pinned comment at the top of your screen. And vote in the polls who you want the Jets to draft. Whether that be Tyler Warren, Ted McMillan, Armand Membu, Mason Graham. Those are your 4 options. We're going to close the poll pretty soon. And hopefully get to the phone lines pretty shortly here. That's just my opinion, though. I thought Godwin was a pretty good opportunity, or Godwin was a pretty good person that the Jets could have gone after in free agency. Again, he's getting a little bit old, but I feel like you kind of also need that veteran in that locker room, right? Like Devontae Adams was last season. I get Rodgers was, like, throwing him the ball, like, forcing the ball to him almost, right? And I feel like that don't really sit well with Garrett Wilson, but I feel like if you have the right veteran in the room, better things can happen. Because this team is so young. They're definitely one of the youngest teams in the entire NFL right now. Definitely. But if you're talking drafting a wide receiver, right? Here are some names that I would include, right? Although it's unlikely Travis Hunter trading up to the 5th pick to maybe get Hunter if the Patriots don't get him, I don't see it. I don't really see it at all, actually. These are just some names that popped in mind. Ted McMillan is probably the most realistic. If the Jets were going to go wide receiver in this draft class, I would think Ted McMillan is probably the most realistic. If the Jets don't go after Tyler Warren at 7, it's going to be Ted McMillan, in my opinion. And I think he's the best one to go after. I really do. I projected him to be top 10 anyway. Then you have Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. Again, a great wide receiver. I projected him to go in the mid-first. Maybe the Jets decide to trade down, maybe to get Egbuka or a guy like Matt Golden from Texas, who I project him to go in the late first round, I would say. Maybe a guy like Luther Burden as well from Missouri. He's going to go late first. Again, maybe the Jets can trade back and possibly get Burden, although I don't really think he's better than the majority of the receivers in this first round. I don't think he's better than Egbuka. I don't think he's better than Golden. I don't think he's better than McMillan. I don't think he's better than Hunter. A lot of people are saying he's like the third or fourth best receiver in this draft class. I don't see it. What's up, Bobby? Head over to the YouTube show if you're on the Instagram one. I saw you were on the Instagram one. Head over to the YouTube one. Again, make sure to vote in the polls. Looks like we have another vote here. Tyler Warren currently leading the polls right now. Again, make sure to vote in the polls. Again, call in to the show with the link at the top of the chat. Vote in the polls, comments, questions, chats. Become a top caller. Become a top caller over the course of the next few weeks. And we could possibly maybe get some prizes going for the top caller. Although this channel isn't monetized, right? I just thought it'd be something fun to do. Just to have some little interaction maybe on the show here, if you know. But you have to interact anyway. Whether that be calling into the show, whether that be, you know, chatting. You gotta at least have 10 chats in order to 10 chats over the course of 2 shows, right, in order to be eligible. But again, right, like I said, these receivers that you can go after in this draft, I feel like this is a good receiver class, right? It may not be the best quarterback draft. I don't think so. No way. This is a good quarterback class. But this is a great receiver class, right? After Burden, I had Isaiah Bond from Texas, possibly getting him at 73 if he still is available. You know, it could be, you know, he could be unavailable. No one knows, right? He's a great receiver, right? If Golden wasn't there, Bond would be the wide receiver 1 for Texas, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. But, you know, his speed, his agility, I really like Isaiah Bond at 73. I think that's a steal. Yo, Jack, with the new stuff about the draft, who's drafting Travis Hunter? Jaguars or Patriots are, Bobby? The Jags or the Patriots are getting Travis Hunter, in my opinion. That's just who I think is getting Travis Hunter. If no one trades up for him, then it's going to be the Patriots or the Jaguars. For sure. That's who I think. And he's dangerous. He's dangerous. So I will be afraid if the Patriots get him. I'm not afraid to admit that. I will be afraid. I usually wouldn't be, but since there are arch rivals, then I'll be scared. I will be scared if the Patriots get him. Do you think AJ Brown's going to? No. No. I don't think he's going. He's happy in Philly. I know there's some rumors saying he isn't. He's fine. I think he's going to stay with the Eagles. Comments, questions, chats. Make sure to call in to the live stream at the top of your screen. Pinned comment is there for you to call and talk all things Jets, talk all things NFL, talk college football. And again, make sure to vote in the poll as well. The pin poll. Another name I like is Jack Betch out of TCU. For me, he's a second round or third round prospect, I would say. I really like him, right? Big guy for a receiver, but I think he could produce. Another guy, Deontay Thorin, a little bit of a smaller guy for the field. A receiver out of Tennessee, 4.3 40-yard time. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. I think that'd be a great pick for the Jets. Maybe stealing him in the 5th round or so. 5th or 6th round for Deontay Thornton out of Tennessee. I think he would be great. The Jets don't really have a good history, though, of picking receivers later than the 2nd round. Maybe even the 1st, right? You see it with guys like Elijah Moore. You see it with guys like Denzel Mims. You see it with guys like Malachi Corley. In Corley's defense, though, we haven't really seen what Corley can do based off of the really, really, really poor offensive coaching last season. Once we can see what Corley can do, then I'll be able to judge him. As of right now, though, I don't think he'll be on the team after this season. If it's up to me right now, then probably not. I don't even know if Xavier Gibson's going to be on this team this year. Bobby, go into the YouTube show and call in. I'm just using this one as a, I'm just using Instagram as a, an advertisement or advocating for the YouTube show, I guess you could say. Go into the YouTube show, call in, because you're a top caller. Bobby, you're the second, you're in second place right now for top callers. I'll put you on. I'll put you on. Don't you worry, I'll put you on. If you call in. Again, speaking of calling in, just call-in link is right there. If you like to talk football, talk NFL, talk Jets, talk college football. Mainly Jets, though, is probably what I would assume you would want to talk about. Again, call-in link at the top of your chat again. But those are really just the names at wide receiver, too, that I thought the New York Jets could pick up, right? Another thing I want to talk about here before we wrap up pretty soon is the Jets-style offense in 2025, right? You see the Jets get rid of their veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. You see the Jets get rid of wide receivers like Devontae Adams. Again, as of right now, the only true wide receiver you have is Garrett Wilson. It's not working, Bobby. Hold on. Bobby, it should work. Let me try again. Hold on. Let me unpin it real quick. Hold on. Bear with me here for a sec before I put it in. Hold on. I know. Hold on. Okay, try that, Bobby. Try that link. Try that. Maybe that one will work. Let me try to hold on. Let me remove this one actually. Alright. Try that one. Tell me how it is. It's pinned. It's in the chat right there. You know, like how I was saying. They got rid of their veterans. They signed Justin Fields. You have a good running back crew in Braylon Allen, Breece Hall, and Isaiah Davis. And I think that run and gun style offense, or that ground and pound style offense, is going to be legendary. I think that will eat defenses up. I really do. That will eat defensive up for days. For days. For days. I really do think so. It would eat defenses up. That's why I think the Jets should go a run and gun style offense next year. If it's going to work, it's going to work. If it doesn't, so be it. We can get Fields better at passing as well. And again, if we draft Tyler Warren at number 7, that helps with the running as well. Great blocker. He's an excellent blocker. He'd help to those options or those runs as well. Pound Braylon Allen up the middle, feed Breece Hall to the outside. Bingo, you've got yourself an offense. You've got yourself an offense. Set up a package even with Tyler Warren. Maybe get him some up the middle 4th and 1 plays. And bingo. You got it right there. They better not, I'll tell you what though. They better not do what Zach Wilson did with the Jets in the Bucs game and go a QB sneak on 4th and 2. Like, Bobby, it could be because is someone already in the studio? Hold on. Says it's failing. All right, hold on. Let me generate a new link real quick, And then I'll put that in. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I haven't generated a new link yet. That's probably why. That could be why. Alright. Alright, hold on. It said it was failing. So, try that maybe. I just refreshed a new link. I put in a new link, so should work now, hopefully at least. I generated a new link, so hopefully that'll work. Yeah, so that's just what I think. I think the Jets should go a more running gun style offense or a ground and pound per se. I think it'll work. I really do. If coached right by Tanner Engstrand, I think that offense would work for sure. And maybe they can even get Will Campbell or Calvin Banks to move into the interior O-line or play right tackle for them to help them with that run-style offense. And speaking with run-style offenses, there's been rumors that Breece Hall will get traded. It's crazy, right? Because I don't want to believe it, but at the same time I do. Because I can see where people are coming from, right? I feel like he hasn't been that electric that people have been wanting him to. And people are saying they would trade him for a possible third-round pick. Right? And I feel like, maybe then people would take it. I'm not ready to trade him yet, though. That's the thing. I'm not ready to trade Breece Hall. I think he's shown a lot already to the point where I just can't trade him. I can't. Yes, Breece Hall's ACL injury affected his speed a bit. And I get that's what a running back's true power is. But he's still a great running back in the league. He's showed it a lot over the past course of the few seasons. Yes, he may not be what everyone thought he was going to be at a top 2 running back in the league last year. He still produced enough to prove to me, at least, that he has a lot more upside. And if used right and if used well, he can produce. That's just what I think. I'm not ready to trade him yet. Send Braylon inside. It's not working, Bobby. All right. I'll fix it for next show. Maybe I'll switch it to like Meets or something. I may switch it to Google Meets actually. For Wednesday's show. I may switch it to that. Again, make sure to vote in the polls, comments, questions, chats, call into the show if the call-in link works. Let me see if the call-in works actually. I just ended the live on Instagram. Let me see if it'll work on my phone. If not, then it could be a problem with the link, possibly. And then after, if the call links do work, maybe I'll possibly, see. Let's see here. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it works, Bobby. I'm not sure what's up at your end. I just tried it on my phone and it works. I just tried it on like 2 accounts. And it worked for both, so it could be on your end. Possibly. But for me it worked. Again, call into the show. It's going to be your last chance to call in. Last chance to get your thoughts in before I head out here on this lovely Monday evening. Again, just a little reminder here, as you can read the text right there. Become a top caller or viewer by being the most to participate in the live streams here. Just a little reminder for all of you that possibly want to maybe become a raffle member. If we can get a raffle going, which that'd be awesome if we could. Honestly, that'd be pretty awesome. Looks like we have Bobby on the line here. Hold on, let's get Bobby on the line here real quick before we head out. All right, Bobby. You're on the line.
What's up? I wanted to talk to you about like I know you did the poll about who the Jets are gonna draft. I want to get your opinion. Who do you actually think they're gonna draft? Because you guys do not need a quarterback anymore. You have Justin Fields. So who do you
Believe it or
think?
not, some people
Who's
are
like
actually
who's like the?
still making. Can you hear me, Bobby?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, because my microphone's saying it's not on. But people are like, there's still mock drafts out there saying the Jets will get Jackson and Dart at 7. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. If you already have Fields, you already know at like the Steelers when he was playing, like when he was starting, he could play at the NFL level and he can compete. Why would you? I don't know why they would ever waste a first round draft pick on a quarterback when you already have one. And Fields isn't that old either. How old is he? 25?
26, I think. 25, 26, yeah.
Dude, he's still young. You could get a lot of years out of him. So
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't see a universe where the Jets do get a quarterback at 7. I do see a universe, however, where the Jets get a quarterback in Kyle McCord or a guy like Will Howard in the 3rd or 4th round. I think that's a universe where the
yeah, I
Jets
know.
can
Yeah,
go with that.
third or fourth.
That's
Like
that's a universe.
that's reasonable. But a first rounder though, that's
I don't see
yeah,
it. And
it's a bit
again, you
much.
asked me who I think the Jets are going to get. I think they're going to get Tyler Warren. I think they are. I think, I don't know if you were watching when I said he was like a 3-in-1 package. He's a 3-in-1. He's a 4-in-1 package actually. If you would watch some of his tape, he can throw, which is pretty rare for a tight end. He can throw, he can run, he can catch obviously, he can block well. I think he'd be a monster on the field. He'll knock down whoever your top linebackers. Bobby, who's the Patriots' top linebacker?
I think it'd be smart to take McMillan.
I think that is too. That's my second option, right? But if you really have a guy like Tyler Warren right in front of you, I don't understand why you'd pass on him, right? Bobby, don't tell me you would take a guy. I'm not saying dissing on Ted McMillan one bit. I love Ted McMillan. I wouldn't be mad at all if the Jets got him. But you're telling me you draft a guy like Ted McMillan who's a receiver and that's it, over a guy who can run, over a guy who can pass, over a guy who's big, over a guy who's athletic, over a guy who can catch, over a guy who can block.
Yeah, no, you are right. I feel like the Jets just need receivers because Garrett
Of course they
Wilson's
do,
all
but
they
I
got
mean, like, a
now.
receiver doesn't always mean a wide receiver, right? You can get a tight end, right? Bobby, you're Patriots. Rob Gronkowski was arguably the pass catcher one.
No,
Although he wasn't wide receiver one, he wasn't even a receiver. He was still like your pass catcher 1 or 2 for the majority of his career.
you are right. You are right.
I
I
mean,
think I think he is a hard second though, because if you think about it, right, Garrett Wilson, he's not going to be the only guy. Once they figure out that if they just start passing to Garrett Wilson all the time, they're going to do what they always do to those receivers. They double team them. They figure out a way to just block them, just make a way to just get them out of the field and just make sure they get out of the game and just stop them for the whole game. And then teams end up falling apart because they build their whole offense around them. But I don't think the Jets will do that because they're going to end up drafting either. I think they're going to probably draft a receiver in the second round, take the tight end in the first, start building their receiving core.
they could even draft 2 tight ends, right? I have them drafting.
Yeah, I know. Even draft two tight
They can
ends.
draft Arroyo out of Miami in the 3rd round, or Isaiah Bond in the
I
third round
just
as a
feel like they need
receiver.
weapons
Yeah,
other than Garrett Wilson.
but I feel like the Jets are gonna go run first offense this year. I think that's what they should do, especially with a dangerous running.
They were very successful with that in the beginning of the year.
No, I know, but I'm just
I'm going
saying
to be
now with the
honest.
read options between Justin Fields and Brees Hall are going to be deadly. Even Braylon Allen, right? You
They
package
will. They
Braylon
will.
Allen
They
up the
will.
middle, that's deadly. I think that's deadly, right? Because the Jets tried to implement a good run game last season, they just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah, you're totally
I
right.
just hope Engstrand can do it this year. And Bobby, for your Patriots, who do you have them getting? Because I have them getting Travis Hunter.
I think they take Travis because now that I see the Browns, I think they're going to take Abdul Carter.
No, they're taking
And I
Shador.
think,
They're taking Shador Sanders, in my opinion.
really?
Yeah, they're either taking Shador or Abdul Carter or Cam. The top 3 guys I'm gonna say because Titans for me are gonna go Cam Ward. Browns need a quarterback because
100%.
Watson's out for the year. Who are you gonna get, right? Who are you gonna get at who are the Browns gonna have their starting week 1 starter? Kenny Pickett? I don't see a universe where that
I
happens,
know,
but
yeah, you're right.
I see Kevin Stefanski going after a guy in this draft. Maybe if it's not in the 1st round, then sure, maybe they will get Abdul Carter. Like maybe they get Will Howard or Kyle McCord in the first. But as of right now, I have the Browns getting Shador Sanders just getting that draft pick over with. So maybe they can
Wait, are Patriots third or fourth?
they're fourth.
Who's third?
New York Giants.
Oh yeah, Giants will take.
Giants are either taking Shador or two. I have them as a possibility of getting Shador Sanders. If not,
That's
the
the thing,
Jets
though.
will
I
get
don't
him.
think the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots want Carter. I'm gonna be honest.
Why would you pass on him though? That's the thing. You guys need defensive linemen.
I know, but think about it, right? Like Drake May, we've already seen can compete with players who aren't even that good.
Yeah, but that's on the
Like
offensive
he
side of the
was.
ball. How are you going to
I
stop? How
know,
are you going to
but
stop again? How are you going to
with
stop a running back like I don't know, Derrick Henry? If you're not going to have any defensive linemen, he's going to average 6 yards per play. And
with
if the
with the
Ravens could do
pickups
that,
that we did in free agency, I think that the best plan is to draft offense in the early rounds. I think
no,
that
I
that's
agree.
really
I
the smart
agree. But the thing
decision.
I don't get, right? You guys should prioritize a receiver. That's why I think if you guys get Travis Hunter, he's your wide receiver one. Right, I don't see a
Yes,
universe where the
yes.
Patriots put him at cornerback because guys already have your defensive back problem solved. You have Christian Gonzalez. You have the other guy who you guys signed. Who was the other guy you guys signed?
Um. Oh my gosh, he came from the Lions. I'm pretty sure. Oh my
Oh, Carlton
gosh.
Davis, I think.
Yeah, Carlton Davis.
Yeah, so you guys already have your DB problem solved. If you guys draft Hunter, he's automatically your wide receiver one because he's your wide receiver one right now. Mac Hollins, like I feel like you guys had so many chances.
Uh,
Mac
I think
Hollins,
it's. Is it?
yeah, Hollins, I would say is your wide receiver one right now because he was the best. He's
Probably,
probably the
yeah.
best on the team right now, and he's not even a wide receiver two in my opinion. He was only wide receiver two on the Bills.
Yeah.
I think he was actually receiver three. Would you say Keon Coleman or him was receiver two for the Buffalo last year?
I think Keon Coleman. I felt like, yeah, probably Keon Coleman.
I just feel like the Patriots had so many options to get. Like you guys could have gone Devontae Adams.
But
You guys could have gone.
I think Vrabel's trying to get offensive players. So I think maybe in the draft, I was hearing talks about them drafting another receiver in the second, and
Yeah,
then
like a guy like
waiting
Zay
on later
Watts or
on to
something like
get O
that.
linemen and getting D linemen and stuff like that because we have a decent amount of late round picks.
What if you
So
guys trade down to get like Emeka Egbuka or something? Like who would you trade up with? Who's the team that's looking for a receiver right now? Let's say take the Chargers maybe for example. They need a receiver. What if they trade up to you guys to possibly get Travis
I mean,
Hunter?
no, but think about it, right? They just got Devontae Adams. He's an automatic wide
No.
receiver.
The Rams just got Devontae Adams.
Oh, Chargers shit. Nope.
Yeah, so maybe the Chargers could trade up with you guys. And maybe you guys can trade back to get a receiver such as Emeka Egbuka, Matt Golden, even Luther Burden, right? Like, what are your thoughts? Like,
Yeah, you are right.
and especially if you get a receiver late in the draft, we're like a name that comes to mind for me is Deontay Thornton. I feel like you guys can maybe get him as well. What are your thoughts on Deontay Thornton possibly becoming a Patriot in the 5th round?
I would like that because I feel like that dude has just been like nasty just in general. And I think that him being a fifth rounder is kind of late. Like I feel like he should be like a little bit higher than that. But
He has a lot of
mm,
skill set. I think 4th round is probably where I would grade him. 4th round, I would give him a fourth.
yeah, I say fourth or
Maybe.
third, but fifth, I feel like he could be up a little bit. But I would love to get him in the fifth round. I know last year, that guy from Washington, I don't even remember his name. He's a scrub now.
Oh,
Um,
he was on he's on the Bears now, right?
I think.
Yeah, I'll have to
Oh
here. Let me look at his name real quick.
no, not the Bears.
Are you talking about
The one,
Washington, the college, or Washington
yeah, we
Commanders?
drafted him in the second round. The Patriots drafted him in the second round.
Oh, N'Keal Harry, or was that like a few years ago?
No, that was in 2019.
Hold on, let me look it up.
What's his name, dude?
Okay, so
Because I know
you have Demario Douglas, Kayshawn Booty. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Javon Baker, Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Polk, Jaquay Johnson,
Jalen Polk. That's
Jalen
it.
Polk. Yeah.
And I thought he was a steal. I thought he was a steal in the second round with his college stats and
He's
everything.
not terrible.
Yeah,
He's not terrible, right? If he's not terrible.
I feel
If you
like
guys really
like
get him, I think he
he
has
did a
potential.
lot better. Like think about it, right? He did a lot better when May came in, but I feel like for his potential that he could have been, and in college the way he played, I felt like he could have been a little bit better for his rookie season. Demario Douglas is probably gonna end up being our wide receiver too, because Travis Hunter or whoever we draft, if we draft a receiver, is gonna be a wide receiver one.
Yeah, that's who I have you guys getting as well. I have you guys getting.
I think Bow also is gonna be he's gonna be our wide receiver 3. He had a better season than Bourne last year. I think Bourne's just losing his spot.
Yeah. I don't. Do you even see a universe where you guys keep Bourne this year?
I really don't. I feel like we should really release him.
How much is he worth though? If you guys do, like, is he on a contract with you guys right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not that much, but it'd still be a decent amount to like pick somebody up.
How much you guys have left in cap space right now? If you guys like
We have a
spent it?
lot. I think we still have like 40 to 60 million or something like
That's
that.
good. That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really be saying anything because the Jets didn't go after a solid receiver. The best receiver they got in free agency was Tyler Johnson. He's no more than a wide receiver wide receiver
I
5.
know, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that they really need to focus on their like receiving core, like either a tight end
Yeah.
or just an actual receiver in general. I think they need to focus on that because Fields we know can run, right? And I know that you guys just lost your tackle to us. What's his name? Oh my gosh.
Are you talking about last season, this past season, or oh, Morgan Moses to you guys?
Yeah, Morgan Moses. And like now that I think about it, you guys also need O line too. Like you guys have always
We
struggled
need
with that. I
interior
feel
O
like,
line and a right tackle.
and
Let's say, because
yeah, I know
we
you
have
got.
Logan Fashanu.
I feel like you guys have struggled with that a little bit, and I think that
Last season it was good, but like this season we just have so many people. Connor, the Colin link isn't working because someone's already in it. Unfortunately, Streamlabs right now is it only accepts one person in the studio at a time, Connor. But once Bobby's off the air, then I think he'll be able to hop on.
yeah, I'll be off in a minute.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. But Bobby, again, thank you so much for calling into the show, man.
No problem, dude. All right,
All right,
Jack.
peace out, Bobby.
See ya.
Later. Everyone, give it up for Bobby, man. He's a great caller. He's second place for a reason. As Jake Asman would say, he has salient points. Connor, try it now. It should work because Bobby's off the air now. And if not, let me know in the chat because I'll just probably fix it for Wednesday. Because if not, I'll just fix it for Wednesday. Just let me know in the chat if it's working. I hope it works. Alright. Let's see here. We got Connor on the line here. Let's get Connor on the show here. Hold on. Alright, Connor. What's up, man?
Am I on?
Yep, you're on.
Sorry, for some reason it doesn't show me on Streamlabs, and I hear an echo.
You hear an echo?
Like a bad echo, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. I get it. It's because I have my mic on. Alright, you're good.
Alright. What's up, Jack? How you doing?
Good. How are you, Connor? Thanks for calling in.
I'm doing well. Can't complain. How you feeling at 7?
How am I feeling at 7? Do you mean?
Yeah.
Are you asking who I like?
Who do you like at
asking
pick
who
7?
I like, right? Okay. If you're asking who I like Tyler Warren. I think you even said that, right? I don't know. I don't know.
What about Jedrick Wills?
All right, bro. Did he already sign with the Bears, or was that?
That was Dylan Redunds, I think.
No, I think he signed with the Bears. Hold on. See, I actually know who
might know that better than I
now. Because I could have, yeah, or no,
No, he
the Browns.
didn't.
Never mind. Hold on. He's with the Browns right
He
now.
didn't sign with anyone.
It says he just signed with the. I'm not sure. I just read it from somewhere that he just said he re-signed somewhere. That could be wrong though.
Did Bobby, who just called in, say that he signed with someone?
No. I thought I saw it while doing my notes today. Cause Connor, I have to have my notes on me.
We know. Mm.
Well, look, Connor, I've been riffing this entire stream.
Nice. Good to hear.
Did you go on the poll yet? By the way.
Did I? Let me see. Yeah, I think I put Warren. I think I put Warren.
How's Florida? You look like you're tired from the sun.
No, I'm good. I just wrapped up an interview with Matt Miller from ESPN.
Is it gonna be on your live tonight? or something?
No, it'll probably be sometime this week. But I thought I'd literally just wrapped it up in StreamYard and everything, so I thought I'd pop on and say what's up.
Oh, nice. All right. So, while you're on here, right? I have a thing to ask you, right? What if the Jets were to draft two tight ends this season, Connor? Like, say they draft Warren in the first, and in the mid draft, would you be more open? Let's say in a universe, let's say these two guys were still on the board. Would you be open to drafting Loveland or Arroyo more? I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Loveland's not going to be on the board, no matter what. Loveland's better than Arroyo, though.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't even want either one. I want Harold Fannin from Bowling Green, 1,500 yards last year, 10 touchdowns, 6'3", 225. He's that big wide receiver type build that you look for. I think you can get a guy like Tyler Warren, like you mentioned there, Jack, in the first round, who's pretty much your Swiss Army knife, and then draft a guy like Fannin who could be a pure pass catcher for you. I really like the way that sounds, opposed to trying to go ahead and you can draft a wide receiver, but it doesn't have to be in the high rounds. Whether that's a 5'10" speedster like Dante Thornton, or it's a
Or a Bond.
6'1", 198-pound Nick Nash from San Jose State who's just gonna light up the stat sheet. There are a lot of different directions they could go in, but I want two tight ends and two safeties. Those are not negotiables for me.
So when you say two tight ends, would you also be open to signing a guy like Gerald Everett to your team?
Yeah, I was talking about him the other night. Wouldn't hate him. Get you 400-500 yards a season, 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's pretty much his ceiling at this point in his career. I wouldn't hate it, but that doesn't really move the needle for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think you have to go young guns here, especially if Everett doesn't have a lot left in the tank. I think you should probably go. I think it's a better route.
What
to
are your
get two
thoughts?
young
Yeah, what are your
studs.
thoughts on the tight? What are your thoughts on the tight end Jackson Hawes from Georgia Tech?
I haven't done much research on him, right? I think I'd have to do more on him. I've been doing a lot more research on the upper round guys like Arroyo, Loveland, Warren. Obviously, I'd have to do a little bit more on him. But I've heard good things about him, right? I've heard him in a couple other Jet streams. I've heard his name being bounced around a lot, actually, in a lot of Jet streams I've been watching lately. I'd have to look into him right now. Actually, what's his name again?
Jackson Hawes from Georgia Tech. He's like a pure blocker for you, pretty much. He's going to get you 150 receiving yards, but he's also going to be able to set an edge, and he's going to be a sixth offensive lineman for you.
Right.
So I think there's a balance. Like, you could go with a Warren in the first round and then a Hawes in the 5th or 6th round. Like, there's so much they could do because it's such a deep tight end class overall. And, by the way, did you call in a Jake show from school today?
I did. Yeah, I did. Were you watching?
I didn't have the volume on. I was writing an article earlier today, and I kind of had it on in the background, like
I'll have to
very
check it out.
low
What's it
volume.
about? What's it about?
I wrote like 6 today. I don't even know which. I'm working on pretty much they were pretty much all news, but I'm working on a few features right now. Let's see, what are the long-term ones? The New York Jets must draft highly underrated tight end Harold Fannin.
Yep.
Should the Jets just keep Alan Lazard? Hell no. New York Jets trade back possibilities. Top 3 developmental quarterbacks the New York Jets could target. So those are the. Other than that, they're all just news ones.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I was calling in from the cafeteria this morning. Like, literally, I was like, I have to call into Jake's show because I really wanted to get that two tight end thing I just talked about with you off my chest, and I feel like it'll bring a little bit of no Charles Gorman farting on air to his show. So I feel like I just could have brought up maybe it's just some salient points, as he would say, and not maybe. Did you see? Hold on. Did you see the new video that Jake put up of Bobby today?
Let me see. Was it a video?
No. It was like those like intro videos he has for each of like.
Yeah, it was on his Jake stream.
Yes, bro. Like I can't really say it on here because it's. I don't know if I'll.
Was it the first show or the second one?
The second one. Just
Check
look
it's
for
your
any
show.
time
You could
Bobby's
say
on
anything
and
you
look for
want.
his intro.
Just move my phone over. What was I gonna? It's your show. Say whatever you want.
I know. I don't know if you can show it though.
No, I don't need to show it. I just want to.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. Actually, you probably could. Actually, I mean, if you want to.
Oh my God, we've seen this before, like the disco balls.
Yeah. But do you see what he's doing?
Yeah, that they showed that last week.
No. They just came out with it today because he just did it on Friday. Or I think they just came out with it like recently, at least.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I've seen that clip before.
Are we talking about the right clip here though?
Yeah, wait, Jack, why is your name in Streamlabs Film Master?
It's a long story, right? Because it was my old account when I was like 7, or like not 7, like 10. I created an account because I did an account of like ranking like ease. Hold on, because I deleted like all the videos on the channel. I made this my like live channel, right? Like when I was like 10 or 11, I created a YouTube channel, and it was ranking each movie franchise from worst to best. I only did one video on it. It was like, okay, coming in fourth place, right? You got Jurassic Park, right? I think this like it was like one of those things, right? Have you ever seen the guy Sean let's see what's his name? Hold on. Sean, it's just something. He's like a guy that like ranks like movie franchises and stuff. I thought it was cool, so I decided to make it. I only lasted like
Mm.
1 week, I would say, and I just switched it to this when I like 2 years later. Cause this channel was like abandoned for like 2 years before I changed it to this. And I just I thought if I couldn't
Nice.
go live
Nice.
on my main channel, I just rather just make one to actually go live on.
For sure. Anyways, appreciate you having me. Smash the like, subscribe for Jack. Appreciate it, and see you on Friday.
See you on Friday, Connor. Connor, are you available to call tonight? By the way, if you would like to.
Tonight, late, like 11:30, probably. Yeah.
All right. Well, if I can, then I'll see if I could talk to you. Connor, thanks so much for calling in, man. Love having
All
you
right. Yeah.
call.
Tell Jedrick Wills I said hi. Peace.
All right, later, Connor. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Long. Give him some love in the chat right there. Go subscribe to his channel, Connor Long NY Flight Jets Talk. Great content creator. Absolutely amazing. Go subscribe to his channel real quick. Again, we're going to wrap up right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for tuning into this live stream. Again, let's take a look at the polls real quick. Looks like Tyler Warren won the majority vote. Mason Graham got 0 votes. 0 votes for Mason Graham. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta add Connor actually to the top callers real quick. Connor's actually made some salient points there. Again, as Jake would say. Let's get Connor on there. Alright, so Connor. Oops, wait, what am I doing? Hold on a second. Let's see. Alright, there we go. This should be better. Got a little bit mixed up there for a second. Alright. Connor is officially in the top callers. Again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Free ways to help out. And I'll see you guys all Wednesday for another live stream. Tuesday, a video is coming out tomorrow. Wednesday, live stream. Thursday, live stream. Possibly a video on Thursday as well. Friday is my next gen show with Josh Wolver over on Connor's show. Saturday, I'm coming out with a video. And then Sunday is my weekly next gen show with Connor and Chris. And I'll see you guys all on Wednesday for another live stream. And tomorrow for a video.